Alright guys, we're going to be finishing up kind of what we started yesterday with the P2, P3 process planet. We've let those guys run for a little bit, but we're going to start this video off by just kind of redoing our putting our extractors back on. I'm still running 24 hours on these guys, which has been just fine. 5 factories for each. It's been pretty chill. I haven't really had a big need to export or anything, so normally I just kind of keep this stuff running. The oxygen planet, we may or may not end up keeping it. It does go into fuel blocks, so there's no sense in not having that. We might come off of robotics after we get kind of a stockpile up and just kind of get mechanical parts kind of stocked up. Mechanical parts are really easy to actually offload. It's one of those commodities that you just can't get enough of or anything. So we don't necessarily have to undock for this. This is the nice part about running just one of these launch pads here, because all of our mechanical parts and our consumer electronics here are all going into the launch pad itself, so we can immediately just route that, and then we'll kind of fill up the launch pad again with P1 from the customs office side. These are already set up for robotics, so all we have to do is go in here just like we did with setting up the normal stuff, and I'm gonna go with the consumer electronics and then the mechanical parts. And we don't want to hit submit on this either, because we had like 1200 of each, so we want to make sure we actually get the routes created before we hit submit. Otherwise a lot of this stuff will go into the secondary queue for all that stuff. But this is essentially just finishing up this planet. Once we actually get quite a bit of robotics kind of built up, we can change these 4 factories over to being like 2 more mechanical parts or 2 more consumer electronics or whatever. Mechanical parts are just very valuable, but I figured just for symmetry, we'll kind of do it this way. Alright, so that's all set up. We're going to do the whole view outside thing because we do need to access the customs office from being docked. So that's good. Let's go to access this and see what we're looking at. And as we get robotics, you can actually pull them over to the customs office side as well. So on this, we can actually probably add another like 10,000 of each and just kind of see where we land. Eventually we'll be able to just dump them all in here, and normally I don't actually end up restocking this thing, but only like once every couple of days or whatever. Alright, precious metals is the last one. You see that's about 9.5k of 10, so I'm pretty good with that. That keeps them all pretty even, and then we'll start seeing those robotics come out through here. So that's pretty much it for setting up this single character PI here in Null. We'll be checking on it more this week. Probably in a couple of days we'll look at the robotics and everything for yield and stuff like that. But this is essentially how I would run a robotics setup with a single character. You'll do really well here, and as you can see here, these extractors on these other planets are actually doing really well too. Every time you see like P0 kind of hanging out in the launch pad, that means you're doing pretty well on the extraction portion, and so that's going to keep those running really nicely. But I've seen a lot of interest in these gold skins. I actually have a full set of these for all the ore ships. This character just uses full gold for everything that they've got out here, but in the next week or so we'll probably start trying to do some data relic sites out here in Null-Sec and do some mining and stuff like that, now that we have all the PI and all that kind of stuff set up. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.